Hi guys, hope you're having a great Sunday. 2 in the live, 2 likes to 10 gets you 22. If I have moments here where I struggle with my breath, bear with me. I definitely felt better yesterday, but still not 100%. But after what happened to me Friday night, or should I say early Saturday morning, where I have no doubt in my mind that I got attacked spiritually, I'm going to rip into Satan now, and I'm going to ruin professional sports, which I've done multiple times at this point. But I'm going to absolutely ruin professional sports. So like I said yesterday, I decided to do productive things. I went on a date. I got my car washed. I went grocery shopping. I did things to take my mind off what happened to me, because that attack was awful when I was struggling to breathe. But I managed to find a bit of time for myself yesterday. Today, I just coached a great little kid called Nico, and I'm going to meet his family later at 6 o'clock on 11/6, and 11 times 6 is 66. And I'll probably end up getting there at 6:06, knowing me, the way things are going. So, by the way, see how Gerard Piqué played 616 games for Barcelona, and 616 is the alternate number of the beast. Piqué, who was dating a bloke, Shakira, those two deceiving us forever and a day. As usual, I have 18 in the live, 6 likes. Obviously, 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, but coronavirus was declared a global pandemic exactly 18 years and 6 months after 9/11. Now 21 in the live and 6 likes. It's just the same stuff. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Michael Jordan's the GOAT. 21 in the live, 7 likes. That's his birthday. 23 in the live, 9 likes. That's when Pope Francis, the false prophet, visited the White House. 23/9, 23rd of September. It's off the charts. Yeah, I like Liverpool to win because of the odds. Why were Liverpool massive favourites to win away against Spurs? Sometimes you just need to see that, mate. Liverpool were big favourites despite struggling in the league against Spurs, who were having a good season in the league. And Spurs were at home, and Liverpool were big favourites. Made no sense. I had Arsenal to win. I'll read that riddle out for you. Hey, Divine Feminine, live in UK. Much love to you, baby. Is Mo Salah Freemason? Don't call these people Freemasons. They're Satanists. All right. Have you not seen all these players now all over the world doing the Ronaldo celebration, which is all about death? That celebration is all about death. I'm going to do a video about it and the rise of the Antichrist. So all they're telling you now, all these players all around the world, these cricket players doing it. All right. Cricket players. Well, they're honouring Ronaldo, which he said that was just an innocent celebration because that's how he sleeps on the coach to and from the game. And now all these players are replicating it. It's deep. They're under the possession of Satan. And I'm going to show you in this live that Satan determines these outcomes. That doesn't mean the illusion will be able to predict every single outcome. All right? It doesn't mean that. And by the way, in the Green Bay Packers game, Green Bay from Wisconsin has sin at the end. It's about to go 616, the scoreline, which is the alternate number of the beast. Okay? And it looks like the Packers are going to drop to 3-6. And 666 is the 36 triangular number. So again, it's a joke. Aaron Rodgers is not this amazing quarterback because he's just gifted. He's possessed. He likes to do that, doesn't he, Aaron Rodgers? He loves to throw up the devil horns. They're going down. All of these people, they're going down. Yeah, Astros win 666 game. Okay. I don't know where to start here. I guess I know where to start. I guess I know where to start. Look at that 30 in the live, 13 likes, 313 when Francis became the Pope. All right. Just scandalous. So, I know it's 15-6, 9/11, the 156 prime. So, Green Bay Packers, by the way, They threw a 48-yard pass, and then they had 4 attempts to get 1 yard, and they couldn't. They couldn't get 1 yard with the quarterback who was the MVP last year. They couldn't get 1 yard to get a touchdown. Hi, mate. How did your date go yesterday? It was amazing. She's an amazing girl. Just spoke Spanish. But I think when you have energy with people, energy can be a language at times. Obviously, I can speak Spanish. I'm pretty fluent at this point. But there's a chemistry there between us, and it was nice. I had a great time with her. And I'll definitely see her again. So I'm going to start with the baseball. I'm not going to go into heavy detail with it, but I'm going to tell you what I predicted over 8 months ago. And people have won from this pick, which is great financially for them. But here's the reality of what I called. 33 in the live, good spot, K. It's a different girl. You know, mate, I ain't saying I'm a player or anything like that. Like, my whole thing is I go day by day. I think Revelation's playing out. I think the end times are near. I'm just going to be around people who I like the energy. And whatever comes of that, comes of that. All right? It's why I take my life one day at a time. I don't look too far ahead. So if a girl wants to go on a date with me, I will. And I'm really honest with them. I tell them all I don't want a girlfriend. If I like them, I'll tell them I like them. I'll tell them my expectations. I don't mess around. I ain't playing people along. I'm so open. And if they want to meet me and do whatever, then we do it. If they don't, it's fine. So I said over 8 months ago that the NBA Finals would finish 4-2. Warriors beat the Celtics 4-2. I did the most perfect code you'll ever see about Kobe Bryant and the Beast of Revelation for the Avalanche to beat Lightning 4-2. Remember, Satan was cast out of heaven like a lightning bolt. That finished 4-2, the Stanley Cup. And I said that the World Series would finish 4-2. I said all 3 of these major finals would finish 4-2. Do you know how insane that is? As I have 42 in the live. Woo! 40. Oh my goodness. I had 40. I had 42 in the live. As I was just telling you, I predicted the NBA to finish 4-2, the Stanley Cup 4-2, and the World Series 4-2, and they all finished 4-2. How do you like them apples for anyone who ever wants to question what I do? Okay? When you add up those numbers, first of all, you get 4-4-4 for the winning teams. That's your 4-4-4, which is everywhere. Raving on about 4-4-4. And then the teams that lost is your 2-2-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. All right? 4 + 4 + 4 is 12. 2 + 2 + 2 is 6. 1, 2, 6. Kobe Bryant died in the 42nd year of his life on 1-2-6. January the 26th. It's one of the main reasons why I said all of these major finals would finish 4-2. It's why the 2018 World Cup, which was 4 years ago, France won 4-2. And remember, the 4th horse in the apocalypse is death. Okay? Is death. But I ain't afraid of death. All right? Because I'll never die. I'll never die. This Packers games just took a timeout, guys. 14 minutes, 6 seconds, Donald Trump's birthday. Do you really believe at this point, with what I've shown you, day in, day out at this point, wait till you hear my Arsenal decode, day in, day out, that man, this is strange for me, this. I don't do this with my breathing. That man, Satan, that man is behind these outcomes, these timeouts, these last second shots, these last minute winners, like Haaland, nicknamed the Beast. I said to multiple friends in play, Man City will win this. They'll score late. Boom, what happens? Man City score 95th minute and win. All right? My community, Chuck, who, as you all know, if you follow my work, that guy is sensational. He had Forest on my website to draw with Brentford. 96th minute, they equalised. The age the Queen died. All right. Much love to Chuck for that. I had Arsenal to win today, plus 170. Satanic Ritual, they win 1-0. All right. Gabriel scored. Okay, of course he did. Number 6. And wait until... See how they're raving on about how Jesus can't score? He's gone 8 games without scoring and he's missing sitters. Do you think that's just because Jesus has forgot how to play football? Or do you think they're mocking Jesus? They're having Jesus. Somebody sent me a video of Jesus' recent highlights. The guy's missing like open goals pretty much and one-on-ones. This is Brazil's number 1 striker who are the favourites for the World Cup. And now Jesus can't score. All right, the guy born April the 3rd, which is the anniversary of Jesus Christ's death. Mockery. It's mockery that Arsenal have Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel the centre-half. And Gabriel Martinelli and Jesus, that's your 9-11 with the jersey numbers. Christ the Redeemer statues in Brazil. All right, that's why they do have a really good chance of winning it, amongst other things. But that, if Jesus is coming back, guys, and Brazil win it, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Although I do believe it's England. But whatever at this point, I'm going to absolutely ruin that World Cup like I ruined the Euros. So, again, going back, I told you NBA Finals, Stanley Cup, and World Series would all finish 4-2. They all finished 4-2. All right, and like I said, the most recent World Cup final finished 4-2. Notice how Houston closed it out yesterday 4-1. Kobe Bryant died at age 41. All right, Kobe Bryant in Gematria is 41. Remember, he died with his 13-year-old daughter, 41, the 13th prime. Spent 20 years in LA. LA gets you 41 and 13 in Gematria. Okay? It's scandalous. Houston's 666 game, was it? And Kobe's highest scoring game in his 666 game. And he died at 497 months and 3 days old, the 666 prime. And he had a 666 workout plan. Ric Flair, the leader of the Four Horsemen. Okay? He was born in 49. Had his last ever wrestling match at 73, 4973, 666 prime. And he was the leader of the Four Horsemen. He was the GOAT, which is the Baphomet. Okay? This is all syncing up like I've been saying for a long time, but it's now becoming so undeniable. It's becoming so undeniable. And I'm going to do something for you here that I think deserved and warranted a separate video. And by the way, I told you all when Philadelphia were up 2-1 in the World Series, and Houston were only plus 125 to win the World Series. That was a huge sign Houston were going to come back. They were down 2-1 and only plus 125 to win it. Philly needed 2 games. Houston needed 3. All right. Philly started the series plus 140 to win the World Series. They've got a 2-1 lead, and now Houston's only 125. There should have been at least 175. So just reading the odds for people who still gamble, but ideally I don't want anyone giving their energy to gambling, because I'm at a different stage of my life now. So I kind of get why people do it, but I'm at a different stage of my life where this sounds stupid. You couldn't pay me to gamble. Like if you said, I'll put a bet on for you, I'd say, I don't want you to put a bet on. But I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. Okay? Now, listen to this. Because this, I think, is going to blow your head off. I, hand on my heart, believe that Aaron Carter was sacrificed by the devil. I've told you I'm a bit like, I don't think they all die. I think some of them play multiple roles. I think Aaron Carter, who I think has been targeted by demons his whole life, okay? I truly believe that he got taken out for LAFC to win the MLS. And hear me out. By the way, 6079 Smith sent me some of the most phenomenal codes That guy has a gift from God. Yeah, Aaron Carter like AC, like Antichrist. Now listen to this. Australia 64, France 0. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic on 3/11, the 64th prime, and Bill Gates, who pushed all of us getting vaccinated, was born, leaving 64 days left in the year. So I'm going to read out to you here what I have for why I believe that Satan controls sports, and he determined LAFC to win the MLS, and he determined that game to finish 3-3 after extra time, and he determined for LA to win 3-0 on penalties. All right. Did the Philadelphia players who've had such an amazing season just get nervous to take a penalty? Professional athletes getting nervous to take a penalty? Have a word with yourself. I always tell you, like, the mindset of these professional athletes is what separates them from the average person. They try and convince us Brady has 7 Super Bowls because of his mental strength. And I'm gonna break this down. 6079 Smith, Chuck. You're gonna love this. All right. You're gonna love this. And by the way, with Kobe Bryant, I told you he died the 42nd year of his life. He won his first NBA title, 4-2. He played 42 minutes in his last ever NBA game. Ever since he died on that 126 date, all right, the world has, I would say, like I said, since 3/11, 2020, when coronavirus was declared a global pandemic, remember 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. Revelation 3:11 is all about don't let anybody take your crown. Well, exactly 42 months after 3/11, 2020 is 9/11, 2022. I said to watch out for that date. I told you 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. 3 times 11 is 33. It's a joke. 9 times 11 is 99. 33 times 3, 99. Prince Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. And I'm going to show you here why this LA game, all right, finished 3-3. Why do you think Tom Brady retired on a day leaving 333 days left in the year? Why? Why, everybody? Why? At this point, guys, even if you are not fully aware of what I do and appreciate what I do, and even if you want to dismiss what I do, how can you ignore what I'm saying to you right now? Or what I've been saying for however long, 2.5 years? It's understandable for me at the beginning to get ridiculed and laughed out of the room. It's more than understandable. All right, but at this point, there ain't no one laughing me out of the room. There ain't one person in the world that's going to laugh me out of the room with the knowledge that I have and the stuff that I've called. Now listen to this. All right. LAFC win the MLS Cup in what I believe was connected to Aaron Carter. All right. If you don't know who Aaron Carter was, guys, he was a really popular musician. All right. Back in the late 90s, at least for a few years anyway. Okay. His middle name's Charles, by the way. Like King Charles. Aaron Charles Carter. All right. It's funny how Aaron Rodgers, by the way, his name is Aaron Charles. Keep an eye on the Packers, guys. I don't care right now how much they're struggling. It don't mean anything. All right. It means next to nothing at this point of the season, how a team is doing. All right. So, yeah, you got this Aaron Charles Carter, and like initials like AC, like Antichrist, was an American rapper, singer, and actor. They always are, aren't they? They always have these gifts where they can rap, they can sing, they can act, they can produce. All right. They can model. Who is giving them those gifts? Satan. What is your deepest, darkest desire? Watch the TV show Lucifer. It can give mere mortals like ourselves or human beings whatever they want in this realm, but then he technically, as we call it, owns their soul. All right? It technically owns them. Their free will, in my opinion, disappears. All right? That's why when they sign that contract, they say, I've sold my soul to the devil. All right? And they ain't joking when they say that. So this Aaron Carter was also, he was a child prodigy, but he died in Southern California, all right, in Lancaster. I've been there multiple times. He died on 11/5. Lucifer Gets You 115, Masonic 115. All right. He died on bonfire night. You know what I mean? It's a joke. So I'm going to tell you why his death, all right, synced up to LAFC winning. Okay. This is gonna, all right, it's gonna blow your socks off. So the game was 3-3, but if you go on Google, it says for LAFC, it says 3 parentheses 3 because they got 3 penalties. And then for Philly, it says 3 parentheses 0. So it's 3-3-3. All right, it's 3-3-3. Aaron Carter died in Southern California 333 days after he turned 33, and a span of 33 days before his birthday. And then LAFC are involved in a game with Philadelphia. Philadelphia is connected to Revelation, and it finishes 3-3. Corona in Gematria gets you 33 and 30 as well. So it was 3-3 after injury time, added time, extra time, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you are in the world. Okay? And then 3-0 on penalties. Corona, 33 and 30. And I've told you Revelation 3:11. Hold on to what you have so that no one will take your crown. Corona means crown. All right? Corona means crown. It is... Guys, it was 3-3. A span of 33 days before Aaron Carter's birthday and 333 days after he turned 33. This game was in Los Angeles. He died in California, guys. Southern California, where Los Angeles is. Number 3 for LA scored. All right. Murillo, number 3. And Elliott for Philadelphia, number 3, scored 2. Another 33. Jesus died in 33 AD. And who made it 3-3? 33-year-old Gareth Bale. All right? 33-year-old Gareth Bale, who we all know at this point is possessed by a demon. That's why he was able to do that bicycle kick for Real Madrid. All right? Why is the hero for Wales? Wales has the dragon in its flag. Satan is also known as the Red Dragon. China's connected to the dragon. Where did they tell us coronavirus came from? China. Why do you think Wales qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 64 years? Because coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Satan's coming for me on 3/11, the 64th prime. Wales with the Red Dragon qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 64 years. Gareth Bale, a big reason behind that. Bale, like Baal. All right, Bale like Baal. And 2 of the most famous Welshmen in the world are Gareth Bale and Christian Bale. And Bale, okay, Christian Bale, Christian mockery, he thanked Lucifer, he thanked Satan for winning a Golden Grammy Award. Okay? And his first name's Christian, guys. Just like Christian Eriksen has the cardiac arrest, did he? And I told you he'd go sign for the Red Devils. Just bang on. All right? Literally, Christian Bale said, thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration. Just know the word inspiration has spirit within it. So, I'll keep going with this. 33-year-old Welshman, Gareth Bale, made it 3-3. And he won this header against 6'6" Philadelphia centre-half, who was wearing number 3, who previously in the game scored 2 goals. So he had to out-jump the number 3, who was 6'6". And the Church of Satan was founded, guys, in 66. And the book of Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. Today's date is 11-6. 11 times 6 is 66. It's why when you combine Arsenal and Man City's points, you get 34 and 32. which gets you 66. England won the World Cup in 66. They won it 4-2. The beast reigns for 42 months. They were wearing red. Number 6 lifted the trophy in 66 for your 666. Queen Elizabeth gave him the trophy. Queen Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. And I've told you it was declared on 3:11 and 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. 9 times 11 is 99. Her husband, Philip, died on the 99th day of the year at age 99. Okay? It is. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say other than thank you, God, for letting me. Guys, do you know, I want to say this before I keep going with this code. The amount of messages that the amount of messages that I got yesterday that people said that they prayed for me, all right, and that it was the most inspirational live that I've ever done, and that they've truly made me realize that we're in a spiritual war and that Satan does exist. Christians were saying, I was a Christian, I'm a devout Christian, but I never really believed in Satan. I couldn't comprehend it. All right, I couldn't understand it. They didn't express it in the church. The church never talk about the book of Revelation, do they? They never talk about the end times, really. The churches, because the church has been infiltrated. 1106 is the 666th minute, guys. And today's date is 11/6. 6079 Smith, you're a blessing to this community. You're a blessing to my website, to the whole community, to me. You see things that nobody else sees, in my opinion. All right, people say that about me. It's very few people that blow my mind. 6079 Smith's one of them. Chuck's another. Rambo's another. Those 3 people blow my head off. So if I'm doing that to other people, then, and thousands of people, thank you, God. Thank you. So check this out. You know what? I'm going to ask you in the chat just to be interactive. Just to be interactive. Gareth Bale, when you see Liverpool playing on 9/11 date, most likely Mo Salah will score. Yeah. 9/11 is 156 prime. Mo Salah was born on the 15th of June, 15/6. So, and obviously 15 plus 6 is 21 and the score finished 2-1 because it's all coded by Satan. So somebody tell me this. This was a nice little connect that I made. Wales is my head. Guys, I really pushed through that live stream yesterday. You don't know how screwed up I was. But I got through it, and I'm going to get through this. Oh, my goodness. Gareth Bale is Wales' best player. Who's the second best player for Wales? Who's the second most popular player for Wales? Go for it. Somebody tell me. You got Bale, all right, and then who? And then who? Gareth Bale, and who's the second most popular player? Currently. I can see why you said Giggs. Aaron Ramsey. All right, what's Ramsey's first name? Aaron. Who just died? Aaron Carter. All right. And then you've got Aaron. His last name, guys, is Ramsey. All right. LAFC just won the MLS in LA. The LA Rams just won the Super Bowl in LA. Ramsey. The head coach of England in 66 was Alf Ramsey. All right. Liverpool. Okay. So Villa have a player called Jacob Ramsey. All right. Who wears number 41. Of course he does. All right. All these Ramseys, guys. Calvin Ramsey. He just signed for Liverpool. Do you know how much he signed for? He signed for 4.2 million. Ramsey. 4.2. Mane, number 10 for Satan, signed for Bayern Munich. He went to Bavaria, where the Illuminati were founded. Who founded the Illuminati? It was Adam Weishaupt, dumbass. No, it was Satan. And he signed for Bayern Munich for 42 million. For 42 million, man, he went there. Satan equals 10, guys. Who was Liverpool's number 10? Was playing for the Reds when they were going for... How many trophies were they going for last year? They were going for 4 trophies, were they? They had to keep telling you they were going for 4 trophies because the 4th horse is death. Next year, millions of people are dying. Their vessel's gone next year. And it's tragic. It is, but the end times are here. It's written in the book of Revelation. There will be a new world. This old world will be destroyed. The spirit, when the vessel dies, the spirit won't. The spirit's the one that's going to be judged, not your vessel. God's not going to be like, oh, he's got an 8-pack. He must work hard. He must have a high level of motivation. Throw him in heaven. No, work on that spirit. I've been saying for ages now. I was saying all this before I even understood it about my spirit. Remember, the word inspiration has the word spirit within it. Okay? The word truth has you in the middle. You've got to find the truth within you. And that truth within you is the Holy Spirit. The pandemic was nothing, guys. Okay, to what's about to happen. And again, when I say this, why I'm different to a lot of people, I can say these things, I can do it in a way where I don't think it scares people. Because if you're a true believer, you're not scared. It's written in the book. Jesus Christ is coming back, but before that, the world's going to get destroyed. Now, check this out. And I don't care what they tell you on Sky Sports or whatever other bullshit app, okay? Gareth Bale or Baal, all right? Baal's a demon, by the way. That's why you got basketball, football, baseball, all right? Baal's a demon, okay? He's a demon, just like Baal. And Baal, he is described as a hoarsely voiced king with the power to make men invisible and ruling over 66 legions of demons. 66. Gareth Bale just made it 3-3 on a date that can be written 11-6, and 11 times 6 is 66. So Baal, guys, is a demon. That's why I said Satan's behind all these professional sports. So Bale, if you go and watch the highlights, which I'm going to share on my website, I showed an image. This game, by the way, guys, had 9 minutes of added time. After extra time, it should be done. You know what I mean? By the way, extra time's 30 minutes. 30. And the penalty shootout finished 3-0, like 30. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic on 11/3, the 30th prime. Corona gets you 30. All right, the list goes on. But they added 9 minutes. Stuff like this, I told people a while ago, they ain't going to need my gematria soon. They ain't going to need it for sports. Like, what do you mean they're not going to need it? They're going to see that there's going to be 99th minute equalizers. I said all this before they were all happening. This is why I separate myself from most. I said you're going to see ridiculous scorelines. You're going to see 99th minute winning goals or equalizing goals. All right, you're going to see insane comebacks. You're going to see shocking defending because these players are not in control of what they're doing. And has that not been happening? Are we not seeing last-minute goals everywhere? Are we not seeing incredible drama everywhere? Are we not seeing energy harvesting everywhere? Yes, we are. And I told you would. I don't need that calculator now. I don't. It helps. But at this point, if you can't see through these games, guys, Detroit, Packers game, it's 15-9. All right? They've just taken a timeout with 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock, 2:01. So check this out. Bale made it 3-3. And the scoreline timer, it was after 127 minutes. if you notice this as well, they keep screwing with the timing of the goals. You'll literally see somebody score after 82 minutes and it'll tell you it was 85. No, it wasn't. They scored after 82. Bale scored after 127 minutes. All right? Aaron Carter was born on 12/7. December the 7th, 10 days before the Pope's birthday. 12/7 is the date the bank, because Satan runs the banks. All right? That's why it's got all the... When I say his name, I can't breathe because he's the prince of the air. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try that again. Satan runs the banks. The bank I go to, it's red, and it's got all the Mexican national team guys, and it's doing the points, and they're doing all of that. All right, all these players possessed by him. I got told that they'll be able to tell me by 12/7, if I won my appeal to get my money back, $1,600 that Satan stole from me. Still haven't got that money back. It's a lot of money. All right. 12/7, 127 is the 31st prime. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday. I love you, Dad. 31's the 11th prime. All right. My dad was age 11 when England won the World Cup because he was born in 55, the same year as Bill Gates, guys. 66 is the 11th triangular number. They won the World Cup in 66 when my dad was 11. 11's my favorite number. It's been my football jersey number since I was a child. When I was at Bradford, every club I played for was number 11. When I played for Hollywood in the City of Angels, baby, I was number 11. Playing for Vinnie Jones, I was number 11. And what about the Astros winning the World Series on the 1-year anniversary of Astro World, which was a satanic ritual, which I did a video about? They won it, guys, on the 1-year anniversary of Astro World. The Astros won. And I said, and I've got a lot of people backing me up, especially Andy, my original pick was the Astros at the beginning of the season. And then I went to the Mets. I said Astros or the Mets will win. And then I was heavily pushing the Mets because my mate Andy, a big Mets fan, hopefully he gives up on sports and stops supporting them. He was every day bombarding me with Mets stuff because he's a great guy, but he's a fanboy. And he took me off my Astros pick, which I did say people won. They got them at the beginning because of me. But yeah, again, if you watch what happened at Astro World, you'll see what a satanic ritual that was. And there were people that were unable to breathe. George Floyd's last 3 words, fictional character, I can't breathe. What's coronavirus all about? People dying because they can't breathe, having issues with their lungs. Satan's the prince of the air. It's why Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, won his Oscar, all right, for his portrayal of King Richard, and he slapped Chris Rock, which is Christ, the Rock, because Christ is the Rock. This is a spiritual war, and it's all going to be revealed next year, and I'm just grateful that I see it now. And I see most things before they happen because of that spirit lit within me. Not because I'm a magician or a wizard or I study magic, all right, or I'm asking Satan for this gift. God's given me it, and I'm a messenger for God. Tell me I'm not. So Bale scores after 127 minutes in a ritual, no doubt connected to Aaron Carter's death. And Aaron Carter was born on 12/7. Okay? Come on. 12 times 7's 84. Think about Orwell's book, 1984. That was published in 49, 73 years ago. The 666 prime is 4973. That's that Orwellian dystopian nightmare, everything that's playing out now. Because Orwell was used by Satan. That's all it was. George Orwell, Georgia Guidestones, George Bush. All right. Prince George, Boy George, George Michael, who was number 1 when I was born in the charts. I did a video about that. Unbelievable. My dad told me, he said, this was the song that was number 1 in England when you were born. I coded it and it was insane. I'm going to have to share that video. I may have to watch that video. because it was a beautiful sync. And I'm talking about this now with 31 likes, and I was born on my dad's 31st birthday. And get this, and I can't believe it's just hit me now. I can't believe it's just hit me now. I keep talking about 31 and 11. That's why Arsenal right now have 31 goals and have conceded 11, and 31's the 11th prime. Well, 31 plus 11's 42. Woo! 31 plus 11 is 42. That's probably why 31 and 11 has been everywhere. It's just hit me now that it gets you 42. Oh my goodness. You have George Orwell equals 56 and 70 in gematria, just like coronavirus. All right? 70 plus 56 is your 126. Kobe died on 126. He had a crown tattoo. He was called King Kobe. And there's all these Aarons. What about the death of Henry Louis Aaron? Guys, the guy who was born on 2-5, just like Ronaldo, just like Neymar, 2-5, the 36th day of the year, 666, the 36th try. And then Hank Aaron died on 1-2-2, 2021, on the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's 666 game. All right? Hank Aaron, keep an eye on your boy, okay? Aaron Rodgers. Whether they lose, if they lose today, I've told you what it all is. It's a massive revelation ritual, okay? But like most of these NFL games, they'll take it down to the wire, like they always do, to take your energy. Just what they do. And when I say they, I mean Satan. So again, this Ronaldo celebration is satanic. It's satanic. And by the way, all those 84s I'm talking about, the World Cup, I'm pretty sure it has 8 groups of 4. Am I wrong? And 8 times 4 is 32. And there's 32 rays in the Society of Jesus' logo. And I have 32 likes. And Tom Brady retired on the 32nd day of the year. And there's 32 teams in the NFL. Come on. This celebration, they're all doing it. All over the world. All over the world. And people are ignoring it. Soon they won't be able to. Australia, 84-0 against France. The Jesuits were founded in Paris, France. Right now, Green Bay Packers, there's 1:08 left on the clock, timeout. All right? They're 4th and 2. They're 4 and 2. Okay? Like 42. And you know what? How much possession Detroit have had? 42%. 42%. It's there. It's all there because I have that spirit in me. I'm seeing what's going on. I'm I'm calling it out. And like I said, I ain't going to always get everything right. I'm not in it to get everything right. But Satan, I told you, is known as the Red Dragon, the Great Red Dragon. And he was defeated by Michael the Archangel, guys, and cast down from heaven. So maybe it was a good thing that Gabriel scored for Arsenal today. And if you don't know my story, guys, and if you think I'm bullshitting, Gabriel, guy from Colorado with a 303 dialing code. I lived in Colorado. My first girlfriend in the US was from Colorado. He set up my website. And my Patreon got deleted when I had 303 patrons. Joey was with me when I booked my flight to England with Expedia. They gave me 303 points. My mate came to visit me from Corona, California. He stayed in apartment number 303. You don't think Jesus and God's communicating with me as I have 33 likes as I tell you that story after 43 minutes and Jesus died 4-3? Super Bowl 56 had 43 points. Brady won Super Bowl 55 at age 43. Jesus Christ gets you 43. Lucifer gets you 43. This is a spiritual war between the two of them. But if you study scripture, you know who's already won. You know whose side to be on. Don't you? You know. And Baal, you spell it B-A-E-L. Okay? It's why the L, guys, is really important if you study scripture, if you understand what L is. That is why Rihanna, who works for Satan, I call her Rihanna because it's a bloke, just like Lady Gaga, just like Miley Cyrus, just like Britney Spears, just like Christina Aguilera, just like Katy Perry. They're all blokes and they're all possessed by Satan. I think one of the way he possesses them is when they do agree, or their parents agree, to invert their child. All right? And check this out. Check this out, baby. Check this out. I was just talking about all of those inverts. Add to the collection, guys. All right, Billie Eilish. Billie is a male goat. Billie Eilish. I've done a video about Billie Eilish. I've shown you who's playing Billie Eilish. It's a man. Okay, it's no doubt a man. So Rihanna, probably her most iconic song is Umbrella. And if you listen how she's singing that and think about everyone in the club, think about back in the day, guys. All right, when it's like, under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, A, umbrella, L. All right, you got 11 from Stranger Things, L. You got Elle Macpherson, the bloke who's supposedly a supermodel. Told you all supermodels are blokes. All right. What's that TV show or movie? Was it Miss Congeniality? Oh my word, guys! Green Bay are about to lose. They're 4th and 10, near enough, close to the end zone. So they're going to have to go for it. They've just taken a timeout with 42 seconds left. If you all have Google in front of you, click on NFL. All right. Click on this Packers game, which they've taken down right to the wire. And it should be able to tell you that they've taken a time. It does. It tells you. They've just taken a timeout. 42 seconds left of the game. 4 and 10. So they've just had 3 plays to try and gain some yards. They didn't gain 1 yard with Aaron Charles Roger. The MVP. All right. 3-worded abbreviation, all satanic. So the question is, guys, what are you going to do about all of this? Gareth Bale, by the way, born 167, the 39th prime. 39 is basically 3 nines for your 999. I've learned how they do all of this stuff. Like 666 is the 36 triangular number. 36 is basically 3 sixes. When you study these numbers, it's a beautiful thing. And if you study for the right reasons, like this week, I think I'm 7 out. If Packers lose this, I'm 7 out of 9 with my picks. 22nd prime, of course, in 2022. Oh, by the way, it's 2022. Oh my goodness. I think I've said this. It's 2022. 20 plus 22 is 42. The NBA Finals 4-2. Stanley Cup 4-2. World Series 4-2 in 2022. And 42 years ago, Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series 4-2 against the Kansas City Royals. So, yeah, the Packers just lost. It's a real joke. My whole code for the Packers was all about the number 9. Anybody on my website, you'll see that the whole code was about the number 9. They finished on 9 points. They finished on 9 points, guys. And the last time out, 42 seconds on the clock. That's what I'm saying. I'll just reveal all of this. It's playing out, ladies and gentlemen. It really is scandalous. And I've told you about the 126 and how it connects to the 42, haven't I? It's really big when you talk about prophecy, because there's the prophecy of 1,260 days, 126. It's mentioned by John, basically concerning the persecution of Jews during the end times. All right. And basically, the time period covered is 1,260 days, which figures to 42 months. 42 months, I've told you, is 3 years and 6 months. How many degrees in a circle? It's 360 degrees in a circle. Okay? It is crazy. And 42 months is 3 years and 6 months. Clearly, the reality that we're living in is coded. Okay? It's quite simply, undeniably coded. Who do you think is coding it? For me, it's God. Satan's limited. Satan is limited. He can only do what God allows him to do to an extent. And God has given Satan permission to reign for these 42 months. You don't think it's random just how Gareth Bale went to Los Angeles, and Los Angeles means the angels. So technically, the angels won today. But then again, Lucifer was a fallen angel. So, I don't know. Hello, Bernie Mac. I'm feeling a bit better today. Australia 88, France 0. If you watch my Donald Trump decode about 88 and time travel, and how we just had the 118th World Series, 11 times 8 is 88, you'll probably understand the 88-0 scoreline. 9 could be our number. I believe it is the number of completion. It's funny how I'm 36 right now, which is 9 times 4. And Prince Philip died on 9/4, the 9th of April. I find that very interesting. So I'm going to let you know a little bit more about this MLS final, which was outrageous. So I told you, Bale scores after 127 minutes. Aaron Carter died the day of this final. His birthday is 12/7, the 31st prime, which is the 11th prime. Bale wears number 11. Jesus equals 11. Remember, Queen Elizabeth's funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. And it went to the penalty shootout. Tell me this is an accident. Tell me this is not Satan. Do you know who opened the scoring in the penalty shootout for LA? Number 99. First of all, why the hell is a guy wearing number 99? I did a post the other day, didn't I, where PSG were playing Benfica. Benfica's connected to Lucifer. I think their stadium's the Stadium of Light. He's the light bearer. And PSG's goalkeeper was wearing number 99, and so was Benfica's in the same game. And 9 times 11 is 99 for your 9/11. And I've said 9/11 2023 is exactly 42 months after 3/11 2020. And Super Bowl 56 finished 2023. The game was in Los Angeles. This is deep. This is a spiritual war. And LA's hero was their goalkeeper, who they subbed in. You never used to get any of that back in the day. You know what I mean? Aaron means light bringer. I didn't know that. That's huge. Doesn't Aaron Nola play for Philly? He lost. Back in the day, if it went to penalties, you kept your goalkeeper in. Because you have trust in the goalkeeper. He's your best goalkeeper. That's why he's starting for you. You didn't have that sub goalie who's not warmed up. Say, all right, in you go, mate. Biggest game of the season, biggest part of the season. You go and go. Because you're so incredible at saving penalties. And we know penalties are hit and miss. The guy who came in for LA just for the penalty shootout was number 77. If you think about the calendar, 7/11 is basically 9/11 because sept means 7. All right, September should be the 7th month. 7/11, which is your store you get all over the US. All right? Don't be stupid, Adam. That's because he opens at 7 and closes at 11. Okay. But you don't see them calling it 8/10, do you? You know what I mean? The 7/11 is your 77. Like your 9/11 is your 99. You start seeing these patterns and what they do. You play around with the numbers, you see where they're going with them. All right? Like I said, 666 is the 36 triangular number. 6 times 6 is 36. The book of Revelations, the 66th book of the Bible, and the Church of Satan was founded in 66. Ah. That makes a bit of sense. So if you can just reel off this from just here, it's going to help you. So number 77 was the hero. And on 9/11/2001, Flight 77 reportedly hit the 77-foot-tall Pentagon in Washington, D.C. on the 77th Meridian West after taking off at 8:20, crashing at 9:37, 77 minutes after. So you had number 99 opening the scoring in the penalty shootout, which is 9 times 11 for 9/11, and the hero was number 77, and 77 is a huge number with 9/11. Brady born in 77, just like Kanye West. Boris Johnson, the 77th Prime Minister, resigned on 7/7 on the 17-year anniversary of the 7/7 bombings. 17 is the 7th Prime. Kevin De Bruyne having a huge season. Number 17, but he wears number 7 for Belgium. What's their nickname? The Red Devils. KDB, his sons, Mason and Rome. Nothing to see there. Let's laugh it off. Who got the winning penalty to win it? Number 6 for LA. Number 6. In a game that finished 3-3, 6 goals. Book of Revelations, the 66th book of the Bible. Church of Satan, founded in 66. Why do you think in that 66 World Cup final, okay, the game finished 4-2 with 6 goals, and the captain was number 6? Nothing to see. Why do you think number 10 got a hat-trick? Satan gets you 10. Jeff Hurst. Why do you think number 10, Michael Owen, got a hat-trick against Germany 10 days before 9/11 in a 5-1 win? Why do you think number 4, Gerrard, got the 4th goal of the game? And he's number 42 right now. Well, he's age 42, and I told you at the beginning of the season he'd get fired because of that, and he did. No, he won't. He's a great coach. You don't know what you're on about, Illusion. Shut up, mate. None of them are great coaches. I'm a great coach. I can actually coach. You see these knobheads like Gerrard just stood at the side pointing the finger doing the Masonic point. They ain't coaching shit. All right? I don't care if they show you a few clips of like Arteta getting animated in the changing room. He's an actor working for Satan. All right? Kind of, I don't know if it's funny, but it's like, it's just like, oh, cringeworthy is maybe the term. Sometimes when something's cringeworthy, it can actually make you laugh. So I've just given you, I don't know, I haven't even given you my Arsenal code yet. I may as well do that before I go. I've just given you some of the most mind-blowing work once again, but I've 76 people watching. 7 times 6 is 42. Donald Trump's 76 years old. The 42nd president of the US was Bill Clinton. He's 76 years old. The Georgia Guidestones came down on 7/6 on George Bush's 76th birthday. Nobody questions how Donald Trump's 76, how Bill Clinton's 76, how George Bush Jr.'s 76. Nobody. And the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. And the Illuminati were founded in 1776. And LeBron James overtook Kobe Bryant the day before Kobe died. And he did it in Philadelphia. And the franchise is called the Philadelphia 76ers. 7 times 6 is your 42. All right, the Georgia Guidestones came down on George Bush's 76th birthday, 42 years after they were erected. It's playing out. It's playing out. I ain't some bullshitter. Look, 74 in the live, 38 likes. Lucifer gets you 74 and 38. Come for me. All right? By the way, I slept for like 5 hours yesterday, and I'll take that. I'll take that. Speaking of take that, they were all inverted as well. Could it be magic now? Magic's very real. Very real. Satan's determining these outcomes. That's why your Packers dropped to 3-6. I've told you, they play in Wisconsin. Sin at the end. Jared Goff threw for 137 yards, the 33rd prime. All right? Aaron Rodgers, 4 carries for 40 yards for your 44. Do you think that these players are saying, all right, Aaron, you're going to throw 291 yards today. Make sure that you throw 1 touchdown, but I need you to throw 3 interceptions and I need you to do 4 carries for 40 yards. Got it, coach. You really think that? No. Brady threw for 201 yards in Super Bowl 55. And then he went to meet your boy Biden on the 201st day of the year with the Buccaneers, which turns out to be Gisele's birthday and the anniversary of the moon landing. Come on. By the way, guys, it's 2022 as well. There's another 6 in numerology for you. And I figured something out. You know, I keep talking about 67. All right. Elizabeth died 67 days before Charles's birthday. King gets you 67. Kobe died 1/26/2020, 67 in date numerology. 6 out of 7 churches. And Revelation for your 67, guys, which I told you is the 19th prime for your COVID-19. It's all, guys, you need to study the book of Revelation to understand what's going on. All right, you need to study it at this point. But remember, Philadelphia in the MLS, they ended the season with 67 points, and so did LAFC. What are the chances? What are the chances of that? That they both, oh my word, ended on 67 points. 67 plus 67 is 134. Kobe Bryant's last ever game was on 13/4, the 13th of April. 13 times 4 is 52. He won 5 NBA finals and lost 2. Cheers. Give me a microphone, put me on a stage. All right, just give me a mic, put me on a stage, and just let me talk about these numbers. All right, let me do it. No PowerPoint presentation. Give me a microphone. All right. 30 for Messi, yeah. Yep, his jersey number with PSG. Playing in Paris, the home of the Jesuits. Who founded the Jesuits? It was Ignatius Loyola. No, it was Satan. I'm going to keep doing that to people. No, it was Satan. He did. Okay? Now, for the grand finale. No, I'll give you my Arsenal code. Let me find it. Oh, jeez. Come on, Adam. Get through this, lad. Come on. I hope you like my becoming Michelle Obama. This is a man's world, baby. This is a man's world. I thought, Satan, you're gonna tap me. I'm gonna tap one of your minions. And I don't know how I was able to sing that song when I was struggling. But I'm gonna tell you why Arsenal won. And why I had them to win at plus 170. I'm going with the Queen Elizabeth and 11/11 Remembrance Day riddle, as I've been coding so many war themes. All right. 11/11, guys, is Remembrance Day. I'll explain what it is later. So, again, I keep telling you about 42. The last time prior to today that Arsenal played Chelsea was on the anniversary of Adolf Hitler's birthday. Hitler's birthday, 4/20. 4-2. Arsenal won that game 4-2. I don't know why I'm smiling. This game was conveniently 4 months and 20 days before Arteta's birthday. I told you Hitler born 4/20. It's my sister's birthday. 6 days after mine. Of course it is. World War in gematria is 42. So is the World War. Beast reigns for 42 months. I said if Arsenal beat Chelsea, they will have a record of 11 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. 11/11. Remembrance Day is a Memorial Day observed on 11/11. 11 plus 11 is 22. Obviously, it's 2022. Commonwealth member states since the end of the First World War to honor armed forces members who have died in the line of duty. Like the line of duty? No, they got killed by Satan. Following a tradition inaugurated by King George in 1919. Told you. All those 67. 67 is the 19th prime. AI in gematria. AI is 19. A is 1. I is 9. The day is also marked. Of course, it's marked like Mark of the Beast. marked by war remembrances in many non-Commonwealth countries. Stop celebrating or observing these bullshit memorials and celebrations, and pagan holidays like Christmas and Halloween. It's all satanic. No, it's not. Don't ruin my childhood. Piss off. Satanic. So Queen Elizabeth's funeral was 11 days after she died, and it began at 11 a.m. Think it's an accident that when Remembrance Day is 11:11? Chelsea got the 4th loss of the season. Told you the 4th horse in the book of Revelation in the Apocalypse is death. Chelsea did get the 4th loss. Queen Elizabeth Jubilee lasted 4 days. I've told you 4 days is 96 hours. She died at 96 shortly after. She had 4 children with Philip. Philip, who died in the 4th month of the year. Elizabeth born in the 4th month of the year on 4-2-1, the 82nd prime. And Arsenal got the 82nd win versus Chelsea. The game was on 11-6. 11 times 6 is 66. Told you now, if you look at Arsenal and Man City, they've got 66 points combined. Chelsea stayed on 66 wins versus Arsenal. 6 weeks and 6 days after the Queen's funeral. Book of Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. And for the war theme, they're called the Gunners. You get quite a few guns in wars, guys. You need to wear God's armor right now. Chelsea's 13th league game, and they can stay on 6 Premier League wins. 13 is the 6th prime. 6 is the 3rd triangular number, and they can stay on 3 EPL draws, whilst Arsenal pick up 3 points. Arsenal FC equals 34. With a win, they advance to 34 points. So again, just that one was a cracking code because you had really good value because it was plus 170. And why are Arsenal all of a sudden this amazing team? I told you at the beginning of the season they would do great. I still think Man City are going to pip them right at the end. But I told you it'll be Man City followed by Arteta's Arsenal, all in these Jesus rituals and Gabriel. Well, now you'll see that Arsenal have scored 31 goals and conceded 11. 31, the 11th prime. You'll see all this stuff if you learn this knowledge. If you don't understand the knowledge, you're not going to appreciate the knowledge and you're going to dismiss the knowledge, aren't you? That's just common sense. Another 11-11. Bale wears number 11 for LA and number 11 for Wales. Wales are going to be in England's group. Wales' group is all about war. There was a war between Great Britain and the United States of America in 1812. The World Cup finals, 1812. England play the US in the group. They also have Iran. Iran involved in so much war. And then we have Wales, who conveniently beat the Ukraine, like UK rain to get there. Was it 1-0? I think it was to get there. A Bale free kick that took a deflection. Assist from Satan, Gareth. Assist from Satan, Gareth, with your long, silly hair, because you're a woman. Aren't you, Gareth? Sorry, guys, for burps. But I ain't feeling too well. All right. Sweat is sexy, but only fresh sweat on a showered body. Just saying. Wow, you're a bit kinky, baby. Premier League football is a joke. Exactly, Kingsman 55. Interesting name. Villa won because managers don't lose their first games in charge. Yep. Or did Villa win, guys, because they just put in a spirited performance? Of course, Jacob Ramsey got the last goal after 49 minutes in Revelation. Gets you 49. I just told you all about Ramsey. I just told you. I did a video about him. Look how Villa took a lead after 7 minutes and 11 minutes. 7-11, 77. All right. And Jacob Ramsey scores an own goal and 4 minutes after makes up for it in the 49th minute. It's got an own goal after 45. Listen, Jacob Ramsey. Jacob's very, very biblical though as well, this guy. Because Jacob first appears in the book of Genesis, where he's described as the son of Isaac and Rebekah and the grandson of Abraham, Sarah, and Bethuel. Okay? And Jacob had 12 sons. 12 times 12 is 144, like my birthday 144. Like I lived at number 12 when I was born. So yeah, 3-1. People telling me that Man United were going to win the league with Ten Hag because they won the league 10 years ago. You got to do better than that. But Man United have been connected to 9 all season, just like Liverpool, and stayed on 23 points, the 9th prime. And Villa, suddenly this incredible team since Gerrard left, aren't they? Villa can do no wrong right now. It's funny, they had 41% possession, and Jacob Ramsey wears number 41. And this was played the day after Houston just beat Philly 4-1 to win the World Series. No, Adam, Houston deserved it. Do you know how long Dusty Baker's been in the league? Do you know how close he's been so many times? You're just jealous that he won the World Series. Number one, I hate baseball. It's shite. Why would I be jealous of somebody winning the World Series of a sport that I have no interest in and never have? All right. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Sorry, recently I've not been animated with the chat. That's not like me. But you see here, I've got this vein in my head. It's getting bigger by the day. Look. By the way, if you ever see me pissed off, this here, Jacob means supplanter Jesus, brother Jacob the Just. I love that. If you ever see me doing this here, and you see that pop in there and this, I'm ready to knock somebody out. Woo! Get me in the ring. Ding, ding, ding. 1, 2, 3. When the Illusions Ed's doing that. James means Jacob. See, this is all very interesting. I didn't know that. I've got a really good friend called Jacob who's going to come visit me soon. I'll probably have to decode him. England versus Samoa. I'm joking. You mean Samoa? Why are you calling them Samoa? Are England playing Samoa? Oh, I'd love a Samoa right now. Oh, why did you have to say that, Revelation chapter 18? You meant to say Samoa and you said Samoa, and I'm starving. Oh, you've killed me there. I think you did that deliberately, didn't you? Oh, you twat. He said lamb Samoa. Should I kick him out of the chat? I've done that to someone before. One more. I'll give you this warning right now, mate. If you say anything else about Samoas, you're getting a 5-minute ban. I've warned you. So let's see. See if your ego is going to send something now. Let's see. Right, to conclude today's presentation. Okay, it said mint chutney. I think is that a sending off offense? All right, I'm going to move on. I'm going to let him off. Don't go, Adam. I just joined. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm... No, like that's a yellow. The crowd's booing, though, because they think that should have been a red to Revelation chapter 8 in the booing. It's a yellow, but he knows now. Any other thing that he does during this live is off. He knows. So I pulled out a yellow. I've been lenient. It did go to VAR. It's gone to VAR. They've kept it a yellow card. That's just pissed off the fans even more now. Okay, because they got all, it's going to be, oh yes, look, I told you it was a red card. No, yellow card stands. All right. So yeah, you got saved by VAR. Congratulations, mate. Right. I'm going to tell you why Satan controls professional sports, baby. It's almost as if Satan got bored and decided, let me create something so evil, so horrible, so dividing, that's going to make people act like giant jerks and make fun out of each other and boost their ego from time to time. Yep, I'm going to come up with professional sports. That's what Satan's done. All right? If you think about football or soccer, for all you people out there who are from the US or, I guess, Australia, I think that sport is the most popular sport in the world, and it could be Satan's favorite pastime, other than sacrificing people and destroying people's souls. But think about it. Maybe it began as trying to like kick a severed head into the emptied belly of the beast, like some sort of sacrifice when you put that ball in the goal in the net, and then it just became less bloody along the way. Soccer balls or footballs, they're covered in pentagons. All right, and if you study the pentagon in connection with Satanism, you know what I'm talking about. The pentagram. Maybe they summon these demons. Okay, think about the Pentagon with the government as well. Okay, it's wild shit. And you need to look at a football and see that it's literally shaped like a pentagram when you look at the way it's molded. There's no accidents. And football, by the way, or the NFL as we call it, it originally was called Toss the Baby. The object was to throw your team's baby through the giant goal to bring your team into Satan's favor. And then they changed that, guys, to an oval-shaped leather ball. Oh, man, I'm just bantering you. But Satan is behind these pro sports, guys. All right? Baseball's, I always say it's the most Masonic sport. It's not. It's the most satanic sport. The bases used to be set up so that you had to run the course of a pentagram. So just Satan is just behind them all, guys. All right. A lot of these athletes are cocky and rude, and the celebrations are mocking people, especially now. All right. NFL games, they put them on a Sunday. They don't want you thinking about Jesus on a Sunday. They want you watching NFL or Super Sunday. It has to be Super Sunday. They have to big it up, don't they? And it's a joke. So for me, as a way of acquiring power and success, you have to sell your soul to Satan. Satan's deeply involved in sports. He determines the outcomes. That's why if I'm not perfect with my codes, it's because I'm up against the supernatural. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. When I am doing really well, I guess the Holy Spirit's burning deep inside of me. So as a way of acquiring power and success, some sportsmen get involved in satanic rituals. For me, that's the top stars, and it's also the players or the professionals who really should not be playing professional football or professional sports, but they get there. And it's like the Nevilles. For example, the Neville sisters, they got to play for the Red Devils because their whole family give their souls to him. So I think it's the top stars, your Ronaldos, your Messis, your Brady's, your LeBrons, your Kobe's, all of those people truly doing sick satanic rituals. I think there's a lot of mediocre athletes, mediocre actors, and mediocre singers, and mediocre looking models who get to the top because they give their spirit to Satan. All right? And they do these sacrifices. And once they do these rituals, there's no turning back. All right? They'll never be the same again. Never be the same again. They then begin to operate under demonic powers and influence, and that gives them a step above other athletes. They're not all possessed by the same demons. They're not all gifted with the same talent through Satan. All right? The more they sacrifice, the more they're rewarded. Tiger in the Woods. Yeah, Tiger Woods is just another one. His name's not even Tiger. It's Eldrick. All right? He was getting nicknames at like 4 years old. He was tipped to be the greatest golfer of all time when he was 4 years old. It was known. Satan probably promised him, I promise you I'll give you this, but all magic comes with a price. And if you play with Satan, he's going to play with you and he's going to screw you over. That's how that coward works. That's how he operates in the shadows, and he's weak. Well, I can't say he's weak. He's an incredibly powerful entity, but he's a coward. So their whole personalities change. All right? You look at a lot of athletes, you look in their eyes, they look demonic. That's why in sports, like you have possession of the ball, possession. What do you think that means? They're possessed. Okay? They had a great spell of possession. Understand the English language. Okay? You see goalkeepers, guys, pro goalkeepers who can't catch a ball. I was just doing a goalkeeping session with an 8-year-old boy who has just started playing goalkeeper. He found it pretty easy to catch a ball. And I was throwing balls so high in the air. And he was catching them. And you see someone like Alisson, all right, making these ridiculous errors. Or Lloris, World Cup winner. Come on, De Gea, some of the shit that guy's done, or girl. Like, Tiger No Wood, that is brilliant. There's a guy on my website, really funny guy called Pedro. I did this post of Dwayne Johnson saying he doesn't have a Johnson because it's a female and is possessed by a demon and probably pumped with all sorts of drugs or wearing a bodysuit. They can do whatever they want. Don't be shocked by anything Satan can do here. The level of deception that guy can perform is, you could say, spectacular. And Pedro left a comment and he said, Dwayne Johnson, who doesn't have a Johnson, is soulless and cockless. Something along those lines. He made my eyes water. All right. And again, The Rock, trying to mock Jesus, who's the true Rock. And then The Rock, who's the top of Hollywood, which is Satan. Hollywood. Hollywood and Hollywood are one of the same. Sometimes you have a goalkeeper who concedes 7 goals and 3 days later keeps a clean sheet and he turns into Superman. Have you seen that? Do you remember when Bournemouth lost 9-0 to Liverpool right after the 9-year-old girl was shot? And then they win 9-0. And then the day after, Celtic win 9-0. But Bournemouth's game after getting beat 9-0, they went away to Wolves and drew 0-0 and kept a clean sheet. They just conceded 9, and shortly after, they keep a clean sheet. Yeah, but Liverpool and Wolves, you can't compare the two, Illusion. Liverpool have, like, amazing talent, and they got to final Champions League, and they won the League Cup and the FA Cup, so that's not really a good argument. It is a good argument that they've gone from conceding 9 to a clean sheet in a week. It is an argument. Yes, it is an argument. Oh, it is an argument when a team in the first half are unbelievable. No matter what it is. It don't matter if it's baseball, if a team goes up 6-0 after 5 innings. It don't matter if it's the NBA, if at halftime a team's up by 20 points. It don't matter if it's a football game and the team's 3-0 up at halftime. The second half, the amount of times these teams just collapse. How? They tell you when you're dominating, and anyone who's an athlete or anything in life, when you're dominating and you're confident, you're only going to get better. How do they go from here to here so often? How? How did the Astros lose 7-0 to Philly and then the day after beat Philly 5-0? And Philly didn't even get a hit. It was a no-hitter right after they beat them 7-0. What? Can I get a what? Can I get a what? Can I get a what? All right. What about boxing? What about boxing? You've got a guy dominating the fight. Dominating, can't be touched, jinking and jiving, jab here, jab there. Boom, there's one in your kidney as well. But out of nowhere, out of nowhere, boom, gets knocked out in the 12th. Do you know the energy harvest in there? And our demon just took over. That's why these fighters go down at certain times. They haven't rehearsed the script. They may be aware that they're going to lose. They may be aware of what's about to go down, but they're not thinking, right, so I've got to step there and look at camera 6, and I've got to go down with 33 seconds on the clock. All right, and then I've got to look like I'm dazed. And then, no, they're under possession. Once they're partaking in these professional games, they're under possession, each and every one of them. That's why Conor McGregor could snap his ankle and still get a microphone and I'm going to go back to the club and I'm going to bang your wife. How would you do that when you've just snapped your ankle and lost? Oh, illusion. Conor's just a bit cocky, isn't he? You know, he's got a bit of a big mouth on him. What? Snapped his ankle. I don't care how tough he is. All right? Or he's just in shock. When you're in shock, you don't get cocky on a microphone. Know what I mean? So boxing, say you've got a bet on, all right? And the guy you've bet on just dominated all 12 rounds pretty much. It's just boom, boom, but just, oh, wow, this is easy money, this. All right? 10 seconds left of the 12th round. Oh, my God, what just happened? This is the biggest shock in the history of sports. Everyone doing that face like when Undertaker lost his streak, when it's not even real wrestling in the sense of the outcomes are predetermined. Now you need to be watching these outcomes. I go, all right, okay, that's what they did. So they energy harvest, they took everybody's energy, they've just taken a shitload of money off people, and Satan's just won the match for this guy. That's what just happened. So I will say this is... Oh, Betis won the look, Chuck. That was a phenomenal code. Oh, it's 1-1. I'm seeing 1-1. Wait, 38 minutes and 43 minutes. Lucifer gets you 38 and 43. Looks like Sevilla have just scored. Oh, no. Sevilla got a player sent off after 38 minutes. Betis after 43. Oh, my goodness. Betis took the lead because of Jesus Navas own goal after 43 minutes, and Jesus died on 4-3. And now Sevilla have just equalized after 81 minutes, which is 9 times 9. Wow. Chuck often does phenomenal, exceptional codes. And when he misses, they finish 1-1. They finish 1-1. Guys, Jesus Navas, Jesus, did an own goal, mocking Jesus after 43 minutes, and Jesus died on 4-3. And Gabriel Jesus was born on 4-3. April the 3rd. You can bet. I've won money off WWE. I called the Royal Rumble winner when Drew McIntyre won. I think it was about 8-1. I actually won money off wrestling. It was the most surreal thing. And I will say this. I ain't going to lie. I did have that problem when I was gambling all the time. But I won a ton of money. So I got out of it. With the storytelling, I won a decent amount of money. I watched the Royal Rumble, again, which just has your connections with the royal family. That's why you have Crown Jewel and all that going on, King of the Ring. But I watched Royal Rumble. I had money, and I didn't bet big. I had like $20 or the equivalent of $20 on Drew McIntyre at like 8-1. So it's still a decent enough payout for me, but not where I would have given a shit if I would have lost. I watched the Royal Rumble and I watched him win it. And I ain't going to lie. Yeah, don't gamble. I'm not promoting gambling here. I'm talking about the old Adam. I don't gamble. I don't have an account. And I remember they made it so hard for me to shut down my account. They made it really hard. And then they kept saying, are you sure you want to do it? We can give you a free spin. We can give you £10 free. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Are you sure? Well, it's going to take 30 days or whatever they said. I was like, just shut it down. Shut it down. Please. Can't be that hard. Can't be that hard. Wait, did Betis go down to 9 men? Wait, there's been 3 sendings off in this game. $38 minutes, 48 minutes, and 49 minutes. I've just seen this now. There's 3 sendings off. What is this ridiculous thing we call professional sports? Yeah, like, you know, when I'm going to go back to boxing here. I'll bet for you, I'll just take 50% of winnings. No, if you're going to bet, mate, all the winnings are yours. If you're going to lose, all the losses are yours. I've said to people, guys, you don't have to message me saying, thank you so much, I won this amount of money. And you also don't need to message me saying, I just lost money off your pick. I don't need to hear it. If you won, great. If you didn't, all right, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep betting? If you won, what are you going to do with the money? You don't need to tell me. If you really want to tell me, tell me. But I know if my codes hit or if they don't. I know most of them hit. And this Packers code I did, the one I missed, which unfortunately was a half-ass code, that's because I said to Thomas today, I said, Tom, that was my fault. I didn't need to code anything today, but I got bombarded again on WhatsApp. Can you code some NFL games? I have to just say no. I got stuck in traffic today for 3 hours because there was a triathlon going on. Because I had to drop off Dulce to a house. Okay? And they were all the cycling event was going on the highway, on the main road. I was 3 hours. So I got home. If you see the Packers code, it was about 10 minutes before kickoff. Hopefully people didn't see it. I don't know. But the whole code was about number 9 and they ended on 9 points. And I've said, oh, look at this 45 in the live, the 9th triangular number. They make it hard, guys, in week 9. But now they're 3-6. So I've got to stop rushing it. I did the Arsenal. It was an awesome code. I worked hard. I looked at it. This whole week I've been fantastic with the sports codes, but it's the ones where I just, can you do me an NBA game? There when I lose. It's when it's forced, when people are asking me. When I just flow, man. I've told you, if I'm a comedian on stage, give me the freaking microphone. I ain't reading jokes from a piece of paper. All right? If I'm going to dance, get up and dance, I ain't going to have a dance routine. If I'm going to do a live stream, I'm just going to spit. I'm just going to go and I'm going to flow. Yo. Who's this? Okay, I've set up another one-on-one. It's going to be with somebody called Sonny. A question for tomorrow. What do the odds of the game have to do with the coding of the game? Okay. If the odds seem, let me just type this for this guy. If the odds seem extremely strange, and for example, you see a team 19th in the league playing a team that is 2nd in the league, and both teams have the same odds to win, it is more than, and this is true, it is more than likely that the team 2nd from bottom will win. And again, Liverpool today were massive favourites away at Tottenham when Liverpool have been really struggling in the league and Spurs are having a good season. And there's no injuries or anything. That told you Liverpool were winning, to be honest. So what was I talking about? I go off on one. Oh, by the way, the 2 players that got sent off for Betis are number 8 and number 9, and that's the date Queen Elizabeth died. She died 8/9, the 8th of September. Number 8 and number 9 got sent off. All right, number 2 got sent off for Sevilla, and Elizabeth was the second queen called Elizabeth. First one was a mother. Queen Elizabeth II. So this is going to end up 1-1. It's amazing how much that scoreline comes in. 1-1. It looks like Betis are going to get the 3rd draw, stay on 3 losses for your 33 as well, just like Atletico Madrid. And, oh my word, Chuck, this is going to piss you off if this is a draw. Wow, Real Betis, 13 games, 7 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. 137. is the 33rd prime. 13 games, 7 wins, 137, 3 draws, 3 losses. 137 is the 33rd prime, and their record is 13-7-3-3. 17 goals scored, 9 conceded. 179 is the 41st prime. So that makes their goal difference. Wait, Betis's goal difference is 8, and they've conceded 9. 8-9. In this game, they had number 8 and number 9 sent off. Oh my God. Wow. Sevilla are now 256, which is 16 times 16. Elizabeth was coronated in 53, the 16th prime. They're on 11 points. Remember, funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. It ain't easy getting all of these games right, but my word, you get way more right, and it's a lot of fun, and you learn every single day with them. It's deeply insane how it's all being done. Again, I ain't saying for a second that those 3 players who got sent off were told at the beginning, you're going to get sent off today. I'm not even sure if they even know what's going on. If they are like these soulless beings being used by Satan. But yeah, going back to boxing, a guy's getting battered, just like Rocky. And then out of nowhere, they get this so-called second wind. Or a team that's been dog shit for 90 minutes. And then in the last 5 minutes, they literally become prime time Galacticos. I think maybe the most ridiculous excuse is the tiredness. Elite athletes train every day. Well, you could see in the last 2 minutes of the game that they began to get tired. What? They can't run around the field for an hour and a half when they train every day, and they're clearly in incredible shape when you see their physiques. But they always seem to get tired in the last 2 minutes. Well, the other team are not getting tired, are they? And then the week after, the team that was tired in the last 2 minutes is the team getting the winning goal in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, that's because they did the bleep test. Didn't you see Arteta did the bleep test with them? So he worked on the conditioning. Piss off. Come on. Kind of have to giggle, don't you? So, guys, there's demons all around us. What about New Jersey Devils, by the way? All right, that's an interesting name for a sports franchise in the NHL. Okay. And Martin Brodeur is the all-time winningest goalie in NHL history. You know what his nickname was? Satan's wallpaper. All right. You've literally got a team called New Jersey Devils. Really? Just, you've got college teams, I guess. You got the Duke Blue Devils. You got, what's the other one? Arizona State Sun Devils. Just throw in Devils there, guys. You got the DePaul Blue Demons. All right. I think that's college as well. Nobody gives a shit. I guess you have the LA Angels. But yeah, just think of like these sports teams. You got like the Hornets, you got the Grizzlies, the Raptors, got Lightning like Satan, Tigers and Lions and Avalanche. Like these US franchises, man, the names Lakers, and then they beat the Heat, like the Lake of Fire. The year Kobe died, they won that 4-2. 81 days left in the year. Kobe's highest scoring game, 81 points in the 666 game. Tampa Bay Devil Rays. But they dropped the devil from their name, didn't they? You cheeky little devil, aren't you? So, yeah, I can't believe Real Betis, 13 games, 7 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, 137, 33rd prime. Jeez. And nobody will give a shit, to be honest. New Jersey equals 119. They match Liverpool in 3 or 4 ciphers. Liverpool are known as the Reds. Colour's Satan again. At least the colour they portray him as. Man United are called the Red Devils. They play at the Theatre of Dreams. When you wear a Man United shirt, you're wearing the devil on your heart. What happened to the stream earlier? I don't know. Is YouTube screwing me? What happened? I only stayed on because a guy said, "Can you stay on? Because I've just joined the live." So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a one-on-one with a guy called Sonny. I hope it's not Son for Tottenham. Might witness me doing what does he do? Does he do that or something? Son celebration. It makes a square or something. No, see, right now somebody again has said, please can you check out the later NFL game? No, I'm not. But I have a live. All right. I don't want to check the Chiefs and the Titans. I can't be asked. Like, code it yourself, please. I've done enough work. What do I see straight away? That Chiefs are connected to the Queen. They always have been. If they win the 6-2, she became the Queen on 6-2 in 1953, the 62nd try. But if they lose, they drop to 5-3, and she was coronated in 53. So it's like, what's the freaking point with some of these games? Okay. They're both coming in against each other 5-2. And that's the year that Elizabeth became the Queen. So you know straight away the whole game is about Queen Elizabeth. But I'm almost certain that both teams will have insane numbers connected to the Queen. That's why they're both 5-2 right now. So if I code that game and waste 30 minutes of my life, I'm almost certain now with my knowledge that I have that I'm going to find baffling Queen numbers for both. And then I'm going to say, if I had to pick, I would go Kansas City. And then it's not going to be Kansas City. And people will say, you lost me money. Or if it wins, I go, you won me money. When in reality, all I did was find numbers for both teams. I didn't win you anything. The odds say the Chiefs win. But what's the point in me doing a code for a team that's minus 700? Unless it's dramatic and you can somehow get the Chiefs in play. But then again, if Chiefs win if they lose at minus 700, you look like an absolute knobhead. And if they win at minus 700, you also look like a knobhead unless they've won like late or come back. So I ain't doing it. I ain't here now to promote gambling. My picks this week have been fantastic. I told you the World Series would be 4-2. I told you the NBA would be 4-2. I told you the Stanley Cup would be 4-2. If you just stuck with them and bet on these type of futures and things like that, I got every game right in the World Series, apart from one that I said it was too double-coded. Come on, guys. Like, at this point, you've got to have that fire within you that I'm doing the sports to reveal a lot. And I will give you more correct picks, but give me a bit of fucking time for myself, man. The work that I do for free anyway in this live stream, I've just gone for 1 hour, 43 minutes. All right. Kobe Born 823, the 143rd prime. And I do it all for free. So just give me a break. I'm not going to say who said it because you're a good person, but come on, man. I'm not coding that. Sorry for that. You know I don't like getting animated, but I am who I am. Kind of rattled me a little bit. Adam, do you sleep more now? I have been sleeping better. I was going through a stage for a long time, 3 or 4 hours of sleep a day. I'm going between 5 and 8 now. I'm getting to sleep a little bit better. Like the other day was horrific, getting woken up at 2:55 a.m. after dreaming about George Floyd, who died 25-5. That was beyond a joke. And then getting out that live stream was so difficult, but the code was so exceptional that I got through it. Adam, I like you natural. You always are. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I'm just me. You know what I mean? I'm just me. I can make fun out of myself. I can compliment myself. I can stick up for myself. I can admit when I'm wrong. I can tell the freaking world on the top of my voice when I believe that I've done something great. If I say a code's amazing, it's because I think it is. And I say it about a lot of my codes because a lot of my codes are amazing. And they are. So, funny, the Patriots won 26-3, the 56 prime. It's a joke, man. And I am getting to that point where I think a lot of people are, they're done with the sports, but they look at them now from a different perspective. They code them, they see what's happening, and they're not taken in by it, and they're not betting. And they actually, some of them are saying, I actually enjoy sports more than I've ever done it. Now I'm not actually emotionally invested. Say it's almost like being a detective. And is this true? In the same year he died, 255, 9/11 was the 255th day. Oh my goodness, mate. And he died in the Twin City. 9/11's about the Twin Towers coming down. That's superb, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that in the same year George Floyd died, on 25/5, 9/11 was the 255th day of the year. That guy's sensational. Illusion, do you think something might happen on November the 8th, 2022, aka 11/8? It was just the 118th World Series, and people were always talking about 8/11. Yeah, I don't know what, but yeah, there'll be some sort of enormous ritual involving the number 88 or the number 8. But there's pretty much a ritual every day, isn't there? There's pretty much a ritual every day, something going on. So when somebody asks me, do you think something big's going to happen on this day? It's like pretty much every day, whether it's Aaron Carter dying or whether it's a ritual in sports or whether it's a ritual within politics. It gives me work to do. I'll give you that. I never run out of ideas, to be honest with you. So Takeoff, you know the rapper I did all those codes about? He was murdered on Travis Scott's, all connected to Astroworld. He was murdered on Travis Scott's 186th day of his age. Takeoff was born on 18/6. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic exactly 18 years and 6 months after 9/11. Is it a coincidence, guys, that Takeoff, again, died in Houston, connects to the moon landing? I told you Brady's wife or ex-wife, Giselle, another supermodel who's a bloke, born on the anniversary of the moon landing. Why all those rituals are going off with Brady during the World Series, who's Mr. 118 when you learn gematria. But yeah, Takeoff was murdered on Travis Scott's 186th day of his age, and Takeoff was born on 18/6. Remember, the opening goal of the Premier League was scored by Gabriel Martinelli, who was also born on 18/6. Think about the speed of light with your 186. Type in square and compass, 186. 6 + 6 + 6 is 18. Adam, thoughts on Becky Lynch, baby? Tells you who he is. The man. The whole gimmick of Becky Lynch being the man was literally having the audacity and the courage through Satan to go out there and inspire millions of people at the same time telling them that they're a man pretending to be a female. Becky Lynch's best friend in the WWE, who is it? Who is it? Don't say Seth Rollins, her supposed husband, who they have a kid with. How? Unless Seth gave birth. Seth's very satanic as well. The name Seth. But Becky Lynch can't give birth because it's a man. And just look at the jawline as well. I've told you there's a lot of beautiful men that can look like women. Somebody sent me a video of one of the most ugliest men. You may have seen it yourself. One of the most ugliest men. No teeth. Horrific hair. Like, just a mess. Look like a smackhead. Look like they have drugs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Horrible looking man. And then boom, put in some fake teeth. All right, he doesn't look so bad anymore. Still looks ugly, but all right, he's got some teeth now. There we go, progression. Puts this wig on, like Big Mike. Puts this wig on. I'm like, oh my goodness, is that a woman? I knew it was a bloke because he showed himself to be a bloke. So, oh my, wow. So you've just banged in some fake teeth and banged a wig on, and you look like, not for me, I'm very, very picky with women. It's like, all right, like a mediocre looking woman now, instead of a smackhead male, just through fake teeth and wig. And then boom, this makeup, lipstick on, eyelashes, pouting, all right, pair of fake titties. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I saw that in a club, I'd be all over it. I was like, oh my goodness, what have I just witnessed? What have I just witnessed? So it's why I've done videos before of regular people going through sex changes. They show you the process from going from male to female or female to male. They show you how it's done. They show you the surgeries. They show you the testosterone or estrogen that's pumped into them. They show you all the operations. They show you all the cosmetics that they invest in. They show you how they change their voice and how they do that. So if I'm telling you, Becky Lynch, who goes around telling everyone that she's called the man and has the Baphomet on the back of a leather jacket, she dates Seth Rollins, who also wears Baphomet merchandise. Why do people look at me like I'm crazy? Are they not the crazy one? No, she's just saying it's the man because she's saying that women can do what men can do. No, they can't. Women can't wrestle like men at the level men wrestle at. They can. Come on, guys. They can't play basketball the way men do. They can't play the NFL or so. They can. So stop trying to tell us they can when they can. I've said women are absolutely incredible. Men are incredible. We all have different traits. But don't come and tell me that Becky Lynch, when they told us that she's actually the best wrestler in WWE, she's a better wrestler than Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate. All right? Who is an NCAA champion? She can out wrestle Brock Lesnar. But they'll tell you that Becky Lynch is the heart and soul of the WWE, and they put her right at the top. Then they had the women like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, who's one of the most blatant men. Sasha Banks headlining WrestleManias. And then all these young girls are so proud that the women made it to the top when the women are men. You know how sick that is? I call it out. So I've got the balls and the knowledge and the wisdom and the discernment to call it out. So what do I think of Becky Lynch? I'm going to burn in hell. That's what's going to happen to Becky Lynch. Jim Carrey played in The Mask and The Truman Show, both the 17th day, so trust the plan. He's some sort of demon, Jim Carrey, or wizard. What about Jessica Ennis, Adam? She's an all-round heptathlon. Bloke. With his 10-pack and no hips and big old forehead. Yeah, Ennis. It's a man. I don't want to go on all day and start doing all of this because you know my thoughts. I think practically everyone at the top of the entertainment industry is portraying a sex that's not the one they were born as. All right, I've told you that. I'm not going back on that. People might say, well, there's blurred lines. I think there might be C, D, E, F list celebrities who are regular people and they have their 15 minutes of fame, and yeah, they are. And they get used for whatever reason, they get used. But your top ones, your very top ones, everyone attending the Oscars, everyone at the top of governments, all right, everyone attending Grammys, each and every single one of them are the opposite sex to the one that they portray to the world. All right. And I'll never be able to prove it. But you're going to get loads more of them coming out and telling you who they are. Like your Caitlyn Jenners. You're going to get a load of them coming out. And the majority of the world is going to be so happy and proud that we now live in a world where we're so accepting and everybody can truly be who they really are. What? Satanists? Without realizing it? Destroying their body that the Almighty God gave them? Destroying it? Yeah. There's a fine line with like accepting something and being disgusted by something and not calling anything out. If something don't feel right with me, then, and I think there's a high level of deception behind it, you're going to hear me call it out. And if it upsets people, you're going to hear me continue to call it out because they don't have to listen to me talk. So I think I have to go. I am getting hot and I've covered a lot and I've done about 7 insane codes in one live stream. And join me whilst I'm here, baby. Okay, all of you. I don't like the word rigged. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Do I think Mordecai is rigged? Depends how you define rigged. I believe Satan determines who wins. Is that rigged? Yeah, it's rigged by Satan, I guess. It's not man. Are the outcomes predetermined? Yes. That's my answer. That's my response always to that. Do I believe that the outcomes of these games and elections are predetermined by a code? Yeah. Do I think man's actually behind the code? No. Do I believe man's being used and some are aware of the code, but not necessarily behind it, but aware of it? Yeah. So yes, I do believe motocross, anything on your TV is all controlled. And I'm pretty sure they'll put motocross on TV. Yes, Liverpool 2-1 was scripted, yes. Of course it was. Michelle Obama's a definite bloke. No, don't you dare say that. Michelle is a beautiful woman, and we've been waiting for somebody like this woman for many years. So take that back now, Lena Love. Do you know? I can't believe you've just said that. What a really bad way to end the live, eh? Michelle Obama is a beautiful woman, and she's done so much for our community and for women, and you're just going to sit there and call her out and say it's a bloke? You disgust me. And you know what your response should be to that, Lena Love? You know what your response should be? Hey, Sheila, shut your mouth, all right? Big Mike has hands like shovels, size 13 feet, massive old head on her, all right? She grabs a cock, all right? Okay? There's never been any photos of her giving birth, all right? It's a bloke, and that's what you should respond with. That's how you should respond. Okay, baby? All right, I'm off. I'm going to leave on that. All right, cheers, guys. And just so you know, because some people don't often get my humor, Lena Love, I wasn't having a go at you. I was having banter. I completely agree with what you're saying. I know some Americans or whatever, they don't understand sarcasm. So, all right, cheers. What time is it? 3:20. I don't see much in that. 3:20. I'm going to go chill out before I go and get some sushi with some friends. They're bringing a big old tuna to the pate, and then they're going to make some sushi with it, I think. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel, my boy. Look at that. You had to give me 4 emojis, didn't he, for another 4 crying emojis. Guys, just so you know, if it wasn't for Gabriel, I would not have a website. So you may not know him, but you don't have to thank him, but you've got a lot to be grateful for if you're on my website and you support what I do, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have this website. What you on about David Platt? What, from Coronation Street, or the Muppet who played for England? That David Platt. And that David Platt in Coronation Street, oh my word, what a rat. What a little weasel that guy is. All right? Seems to look weaker every time I see him. When I went back, my mum's obsessed with Coronation Street. I was like, is that David Platt, Mum? Still in it? Yeah. I was like, oh my God, he looks even worse than when he was younger. It was like, I can't describe him. Is he a good actor? For Coronation Street, yeah, because most of the actors in that show are absolutely dreadful. So yeah, I don't know. I think that David Platt is older than you realize as well, isn't he? But he's an absolute weasel. All right? Just like what was his mum called? Was it Sally? Yeah, she was a little weasel as well. Was it Sally with the blonde hair? It wasn't Gail, was it? I don't even know. Shite show. Always has been shit. Always will be shit. To be honest. All right. It's Gail. Oh, yeah, it's Gail Platt, innit? Look like E.T. Gail Platt. Phone home. Gail Platt looks like E.T. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. When I say, woo! When I say Gail Platt looks like E.T., tell me I'm wrong. Any one of you. Gail, guys, I'm sure that's connected to Satan as well. Satan, the prince of the air, Gale Force Wind. I see right through you, E.T. And you, David Platt, you're a weasel. Woo. All right, I'm off. Take care, Lena Love, baby. And all of you, have a wonderful day, all right? Okay? Have a wonderful day. Cheers. Take care. Bye.